Okay, so here again we're going to continue on with solving these percent equations using translations, or the translating, I guess I should say, the English into the mathematics. This problem says 24 patients is 15% of what number of patients? So again, we're going to start off by translating this statement. So we have 24 is means equals 15%. We never work with the percentage, we work with the decimal instead, so that'd be 0.15. Of means multiply. What number? We don't know. Do you see how we just took this and directly translated it word for word almost into a mathematical statement? Now we can solve that mathematical statement for this unknown amount of x. Rather than multiply it by 0.15, let's do the opposite, which would be to divide by 0.15. When we do that, now we have the x all by itself. And 24 divided by 0.15 would be 160. So 24 patients is 15% of 160. That makes logical sense. Let's do another one. We need to do several to practice here. This one says 12.5% of what number of people is 135 people? Well, 12.5%, if we wanted to especially be able to use our calculator on this, it would be much easier if we were to rewrite that as 12.5. Now we're going to do our translation. We never work with the percentage, we work with the decimals, so we're going to move our decimal over two places. So this would be 0.125. Of means multiply. What number of people? That's an unknown amount, so we're going to use an x. Is equals 135. So we used our direct translation there, and now we can go ahead and finish solving. Instead of multiplying x by this number, let's do the opposite, which would be to divide by 0.125. So that will cancel out, and now we have x equals 135 divided by 0.125 would be 1080. So this represents 12.5% of 1080 would be 135. And again, that makes logical sense. 135 is our smaller portion, so it should be smaller than the answer that we found. All right, here we go again. 70 shipments is what percent of 140 shipments? So let's just start translating. 70 shipments is means equals what percent? We don't know. Of means multiply 140. So here we have our equation. Now to get x all by itself, instead of multiplying by 140, we're going to do the opposite, which would be to divide by 140. So now over here on the right we have x equals 70 divided by 140 is 0.5. Now remember, our answer here was supposed to be a percentage. That was the question. What percent? Well, we work with the decimal, but we talk about percentages. So in order to get the true answer here, we need to move our decimal over two places to get 50%. Now think about whether that makes sense or not. 70 out of 140 would be half, so that would be 50%.